free agents, they're going to be a bust. That's my opinion. They could at least sold tickets for a hometown boy. Also with the guy they drafted from Syracuse, the two guard, Andy Rollins. I mean, sell tickets. Homegrown talent.
And say boy one more time.
Boy.
I'm about to take you outside. I can take you, Ron. Don't fake on the light skin. I can take you out, man.
Oh, man.
So I'm dark skinned, man?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Nah, I'm the dark skin.
Yeah, I think that's why Scotty Reynolds ain't get drafted, man. I think
light skinned basketball players, they hate on him.
I know. And Ron, you said that he could take Derek Fisher's spot in L.A. Why not? He can make open threes.
He can run the team, play solid defense, and hit open threes. And he's clutch.
Yeah, Sharon Collins is about to be Ed Cota. It's a wrap for him, I think.
I know you. Ed Cota went to college for like 10 years. Ed Cota was in college forever, though, man. We talk about this all the time, right? Don't say he didn't. Ed Cota was in college when I was in junior high school, and when I finally got to college, he was still in there.
Yeah, dude from NC State was too. Archie something.
Archie Miller,
yeah.
But as far as rookie of the years, who you guys got?
Donald Hand.
Who you got as far as rookie of the year over there, Will?
I'm going to go with a player actually that was drafted last year but didn't suit up. I'm going to go with Blake Griffin. I think Blake Griffin is going to be the number one pick the rookie of the year this year, excuse me.
BET started on light skin, boy. We coming back. Yeah, I might have to leave my wife, boy. I'm hot right now, but
I'm going to go with Evan Turner. I know I was actually thinking about Greg Monroe, but Evan Turner is more skilled. He's ready. He's ready for the NBA right now. I didn't get the chance to name my worst draft, so I'm going to say that right now anyway. It's Golden State. They haven't learned from their lesson. They tend to get athletic big men, Brandon Wright, even Randolph, guys who ain't skilled but just athletic. They didn't learn their lesson. It's like the same draft pick over and over again.
Yeah, they like getting athletic big men who need to be fed, boy. They ain't never ate a meal before, but me personally, I think as far as rookie of the year, I mean, I'm going to agree with you as far as Evan Turner. I think he was the most NBA-ready player. I mean, he reminds me of Roy. I think if Iguodala gets away from the 76ers, he'll kill. If not, I mean, I'm just tossing my hand in there. What did you want to say, Will?
That was the one question I had to both of you guys about Evan Turner possibly being rookie of the year. Do you think he'll get enough shots? You know, they have Elton Brand, then they have Iguodala, then you have Drew Holiday. So they have a lot of guys that need the ball.
When it comes to Iguodala, he's not a quantity shooter. He doesn't really demand for the ball as much. He'll play a role. If Evan Turner can plant himself in, Iguodala will let him roll. Evan Turner, I mean, Iguodala has never truly been that kind of player. I mean, even when AI, he played the back seat. On this team, if Evan Turner shows that he's as good as people think, Iguodala will share the ball. He's not a selfish player. To
piggyback on Wally before we jump to someone else about their rookie of the year pick, I think Evan Turner can be able to score in more different ways than Iguodala can. That's what's going to probably help Evan Turner in the long run. I mean, he can score in different variety of ways than Iguodala can. I think that's where he's going to get a lot of his points from.
And they both can do a lot of things. You know what I mean? They can do a lot of things. They can do things defensively and offensively. So they're both unselfish players. So it'll work. I think they can mesh. They're not two selfish players.
So what boy are you going with over there, Ron? I know you go ahead and call him a boy. What boy are you going with?
It's going to be a Kansas player. Watch.
No, I'm going to have to go with John Wall. Only because the ball's going to be in his hand 90% of the game. He's going to get the chance to go on and just play ball. A la like Stephon Marbury back in Minnesota when Flip Saunders was the coach. He had the chance to get the ball and run the team.
Well, let me ask you this question, Ron. There is a guy that was here before John Wall, goes by the name of Agent Zero. Do you think
bang?
Do you think they'll be able to coexist in the same backcourt? And also, a lot of people that are from the DC area, is well known that the day that they had the press conference at the Verizon Center, they announced it to be John Wall Day.
Before you continue on that, they also announced that it will be legally to carry handguns in the city coming up soon. So I think John Wall will be all right in the backcourt with Agent Zero. So just to throw that out there. Go ahead, Will.
Now you made me lose my train of thought. But do you think, basically they're putting it out there for John Wall's going to be the face of the franchise. And you still have Gilbert Arenas here. Do you think there'll be a little bit of envy coming from Arenas because John Wall will be the face of the franchise now?
No envy at all. Gilbert's a professional. He's not really a mature person, but Gilbert just wants to play ball. He loves the game of basketball. It's something you can't question. Everything. Excuse me. Everybody has questions about what he does off the court, but nothing on the court. He'll be able to play the two guard. If you watched the Wizards last year, Flip started to use more of a two-guard offense with Randy Ford, Sean Livingston.
Go ahead and shoot in there, Wally. Go ahead and shoot a comment in there.
Nah,
for
Ron's right, because, I mean, think about it when Gilbert Arenas played with Larry Hughes. They both jacked off. I mean, wrong word.
Wow.
Jacked up. Ron said the words.
That's why you got to stick with he's a shooter. He's a shooter.
Oh, that's not right either.
Oh, shoot. He messed up.
But yeah, both were high quality shot takers. So, I mean, they can coexist. You know what I mean? They both had the ball. Larry Hughes and Gilbert Arenas both had the
Gilbert
ball.
Arenas might be gone, y'all, before the
yeah,
season
he's
starts.
rumored he could be traded to
He may go
New
down
York.
there with D'Antoni in New York and fit in that offense really well. So he may not even be here. I'm going to stick with James Anderson, Rookie of the Year. But I had a change of heart, and I wouldn't be surprised if Wesley Johnson gets it because he got the opportunity to play right off the jump. I didn't like him in the draft, but going to the Timberwolves, he's going to have the opportunity to play right away.
I didn't like those slacks he wore.
Hey, it is what it is. I didn't like him either, but Karl Malone had a terrible suit for the draft, and look what he turned out to be. So I don't think your clothes indicate anything for real.
Yeah, they do, man. If you got a terrible suit, man, you might not
As
have
long
a good
as
NBA
you're not
career.
when you don't like Mr. Brown or Pops from the Wayans brothers, you straight, though. That's how I look at it. And Michael Vick had an all-white party, though. As dark as he is, that was a mistake. So y'all gonna question his talent now?
I don't know. We might have to, but I mean, we were talking about the Wizards as far as what they might do as far as the John Wall and Gilbert thing that's going on. Another thing as far as who you think in the draft got set up for the long term? Because usually when you drafting rookies, some teams are drafting a little bit for the longer term. I don't think the Lakers really looked out for themselves maybe for the long term because they're so stable for right now. I mean, what particular team you think jumped out there that maybe not this year they're not going to really be able to jump out there a lot, but say in another year or two, who you think is going to jump out there like that?
My pick, I'm not going to say from a talent standpoint they necessarily made themselves jump out in the next year or two, but from a financial standpoint, definitely the Wizards, because there's a high possibility of an impending lockout with the NBA.
After this season, yeah.
Collective bargaining agreement. With the way that the Wizards are maneuvering around the salary cap, I think that they are setting themselves up to be, in the next couple of years, a major player in the NBA.
No, I think Portland is building depth by drafting Elliott Williams. I think that was their problem last year. They got injured, and they didn't know where to go, and they still were good. So now you add more depth to that team. That could be a championship team in the next 2 years.
Championship team?
Yeah.
Go ahead and jump in there, Wally, before we wrap this up.
On defense?
That's a big if.
Because,
Greg
I mean...
Oden. When has Greg Oden been healthy?
When has Bynum been healthy for the Lakers? And he makes an impact. He made an impact this year. I don't care if he had a bad knee or not. I won.
No, I think the Nets... I don't think Nets will be good next year, but I like the pick of Favors, and I think they'll have a good young nucleus for the next 5 years.
And Avery's the coach.
Avery Johnson. You gonna do his voice a little bit more? Did Bill Walton's wife ever call him? I don't know. She might have.
Nah, I ain't messing with
To see
Avery
if he
no
was
more.
really the admiral. What is it? The general, the admiral? Which one is he?
General.
No comment.
He was the ball handler.
Brought the ball up the court.
No comment. Hey.
He hand checked it.
I would say the Atlanta Hawks. I'm a big fan of Jordan Crawford, especially if they lose Joe Johnson.
they
Jordan
will.
is able to come off and replace Jamal Crawford as the sixth man. This is a guy who's 6'5", 6'6", who's able to score. He's clutch, and he's competitive. I think he'll bring something extra to Atlanta Hawks because Atlanta Hawks had problems scoring in the playoffs. They played too much one-on-one basketball. He's able to move around. He's from Xavier. He attended Xavier, where they do a motion offense. So he knows how to score on the post, on the perimeter. He's able to do things on the court that I would say Joe Johnson forgot how to do.
I think it was a good marketing move by getting Jordan Crawford because you ain't got to get rid of Jamal Crawford jerseys now if he ever leaves the team. So you got Crawford jerseys to sell. But I personally would have liked to see Jordan Crawford go to the Cleveland Cavaliers with Delonte West and Jordan Crawford on that team. Big jokes, big jokes, big jokes. But on that note, we're going to hop into that commercial break, and we're going to huddle up and see what else we want to talk about when we come back. As far as NBA free agency, the day of LeBron, man, he's like walking on water about to get paid. So let's hop into that commercial break.
It was a clear black night, a clear What's up? This Warren G, you know what I'm saying? I'm here giving it up for Rad because they do a lot of good things for people. Before you drink, make sure that you got somebody that can drive your butt home so you won't crash or get pulled over and get a DUI. So go ahead and follow